Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Angela and I'm an angelic Arcturian, and today I wanted to transmit to you guys about my Egypt puzzle. So I decided to do a part one because I don't have all the pieces to the puzzle yet, but I thought I would share with you guys what I have been able to put together in the past year about ancient Egypt and how it connects to these current timelines. So last year in February, March, April, in the spring, I got some major activations that came in. The first one was a galactic activation. It really prompted me to connect with my star family and really put me into a strong starseed vibration. And the second activation came through and it was about Egypt. And all I really got about Egypt at first was the saying creator races, and then just like feelings and senses about ancient Egypt and a curiosity about it. And like I was just activated to tap into Egypt. So the next wave that came in was the angelic wave, and that activated my seraphim angelic aspect, and which is also connected to Egypt, I now know. But it was my angelic activation where I remembered that I was an angel. So the next one after that was the divine masculine wave, and that came in talking about the new divine masculine template and how it had been fully grounded into Gaia. This was around May or June of last year, and how we were going to start seeing these new divine masculines popping up and being examples for other masculines, and really showing the world that you can be a strong and beautiful man without being arrogant and, you know, running this rigid toxic masculine programming that a lot of masculines, from, you know, it's been installed into them. They didn't really know. I don't think a lot of them know that there's a choice, but they're being examples of this new divine masculine programming, which is beautiful. And I am definitely seeing that more in the physical reality. And to all the divine masculines that are really being examples for other masculines and having the courage to connect to your heart and stand up for what's right, I do praise you and give you lots of props and loves, because I know it can be very difficult to put yourself out there and be an example to others when a lot of people can reject that and really criticize that pretty harshly. So I do give much love to my divine masculines out there, and us divine feminines, we do appreciate what you guys are doing. So after that, I started just getting a little bit of kind of memories here and there, little puzzle pieces. And what I was able to put together is I had my first life in this 25,000 year incarnation cycle, which is an ascension cycle, is 25,000 years. The first life in that cycle was actually the end of the last cycle. So it was when Egypt was in ascension timelines. They had just reached ascension. They were very much in contact with galactic beings and the angelics. They were communicating and working with galactic beings and beings of light. And there were creator races, which I believe were the seraphim and maybe galactics. I'm not sure who creator races is, or creator beings, but I just know that I was one of them. So I think it was the angelics. I think there were angelic creator beings there, but I'm not sure because it's really complicated. It could be a multitude of different things. So the seraphim were here, and I think we may have been creating some sort of new race or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not really clear on that part yet, but it was the first life for me in the last ascension timeline cycle. So when the next life started, that began this 25,000 year incarnation cycle. And what happened was the next life after the Egypt life is when we all fell into darkness again. And so ascension cycles basically work as we start out as our darkest aspect, and we incarnate in darkness, life after life after life. Each life we get closer to the light, and it's like this. It's like this kind of polarity, and we just move up the line as we progress in our spiritual evolution. once we hit the 25,000 mark and we hit ascension timelines again, there is an opening, a portal, an exit point that souls can exit the matrix. And so if they don't exit the matrix at that opening, then they go around for another 25,000 year cycle until the gateway opens again. I don't think that means that, souls are in a reincarnation trap. I think that they choose to have these lives and these experiences so that they can learn, because each life stacks, upon the other, and we have this progression of the soul through the Ascension Master Class. And I see Ascension as a master class. You can choose to come to Earth School, which is like high school, which is what the younger souls do, and then you can come back and do the Ascension Master Class, which is what the more advanced souls do. So we have a mixed bag on Earth of old and new souls, and so it creates a lot of polarity, a lot of duality. But we're emerging out of this darkness, and we're moving back into these light timelines again. And so then we're going to be able to have this same connection with galactic beings and angelics that the Egyptians did back then. The most recent information that I've gotten about Egypt is I am a divine knowledge keeper, and there are these divine knowledge keepers all over the world, and especially if you really resonate to Egypt a lot, this might strike a remembering in you. But there are angelics in the world, and they hold these sacred knowledge codes. I don't know, it's in our being, but we're like coded with sacred, hidden, divine knowledge, and we're spread out all over the world, and each of us has a different piece of this divine knowledge. And I feel like we're supposed to at some point come together and work together to share this divine knowledge. But at this point, it's more about remembering the knowledge, and it's hidden knowledge. It's about, humanity's origins, our connections to the galactics and the angelic realms, and about history of humankind and all of that kind of stuff that's been hidden and buried and distorted. We are supposed to access this divine knowledge and share it with humanity once again. So there are divine knowledge keepers placed all over the world, and our goal is to remember the knowledge. And that's why I'm getting all these memories about Egypt and all these puzzle pieces, is because I'm supposed to share this information with humanity. But I'm still, I don't have it all. The pieces aren't all together yet. And they've told me that I need to get a crown chakra activation still before I'll have full access to all of this knowledge. But right now they're just giving it to me bits and pieces here and there. So to kind of sum it all up as well as I can, because it's literally just pieces, there was ancient Egypt was at the highest point of the last ascension cycle. And then right after that, we fell into darkness. We all started incarnating from our darkest aspects to our light. We're learning our soul lessons. We're doing our advanced Ascension Masterclass. We're learning what we need to learn to carry out this purpose in these now Ascension timelines. And we are evolving towards these timelines again. And so we're going to be getting activated to share this divine knowledge. Or, everyone has their own little piece of the puzzle that they're supposed to be doing and working on. This is just more like mine. But I know there are others. It's not just me, but this is my personal, what I'm being guided to do and learn. And so we're supposed to share this divine knowledge with humanity and teach them how to tune the temples again. Somehow the temples will be retuned and we'll be using them again. I don't know how that's going to happen or what, but they will be reactivated and we will use them again. And that might be how our galactic family ends up coming in. I don't know. So, and the Seraphim Angelics had a big role in that, as well as the galactic races. So I think we're going to be culminating back to those kind of timelines again, where we'll be in direct contact with angelic beings, with beings of light, with galactics, and we'll be just closing up that cycle. So It's really exciting. I know there's more to it, but that's what I have right now. So I hope it wasn't too confusing. It's kind of hard to put it in a linear perspective when I've got like huge gaps of information missing, but I'll continue to work on the puzzle, and I will do a part 2 when I get more information. So thanks for watching. Bye.